LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga walkthrough. This is the second level of the 8th movie, and just like this part in the movie, this level is comprised entirely of filler, so we're going to be doing a lot of hallway walking, and then we have to deal with the casino stuff, so we'll get there as the time goes on, but for now we need to try to get to the escape pod tunnel, and this isn't actually the start of the level as usual. This is kind of the so-called overworld area, so we'll have to run around for this for a little while now, and it's just going to be a lot of boring corridors and a lot of boring follow the whatever that is, the waypoint, and we have Finn following us, and then we also have, I think this is Poe, is that who he is? Whoever the heck that guy is. And we need to get Finn out of his, yeah, that is Poe. Anyway, so we need to get Finn out of his armor into something a little bit more reasonable, or I guess not his armor, his like medical equipment. And once we go to the wardrobe and we picked up his clothes there, we can run over to this side of the ship and then start this part of the level, although I don't even think we're in the level just yet. Finn leaking bag. And now we gotta head on over to the bridge, which is just yet another short corridor walk, and then a cutscene skip, and now Finn is caught by Rose. And Rose is gonna arrest him, I guess, and then lead him out of the escape pod area until she decides that she too should play her part in protecting the resistance, or whatever the heck the motivation was. I kind of forgot. And I know that I am talking over the NPCs every second of these videos, but as I've mentioned a million times before, if I don't stop talking, I am not kidding, I get copyright striked. Not striked, claimed. Strikes are bad. Strikes will ban your channel. Claims are just a nuisance. Anyway, we'll head on over to this doorway. Poe is supposedly still under arrest. Kinda, not really, I guess. So he'll be able to use his gun to shoot the targets, and then we can... Or did I say Poe? I meant Finn. Anyway, it's hard to keep up with kind of what's going on right now. It's just so erratic. It's so scattered. It doesn't really make any sense. This part of the level felt disorganized. Thankfully, we're done with that. And now we can run out into the hangar and jump onto the dinky little ship. So we will head on over to whatever the heck that planet's name is. I saw the name but could not pronounce it in 1 second, so we'll head on out. We'll leave Rose behind, and now here we are at Cantonica. Interesting name. And we'll jump on into the bite and head into the casino. So now we need to find the code talker, and that'll be the guy that has like a... What, a rose on his vest or something like that. I mean, I do admit they did make this area look pretty good. This whole game does look good. I just wish that they gave us a little bit more reason to be in it, other than you know, follow the waypoint from A to B to C, so we can finish the level every step of the way. But as I have mentioned before, if the areas were designed like this without a waypoint, I think it would be super easy to get lost, and that wouldn't be very fun either. So maybe they're not so well designed after all. Anyway, head on up the ginormous staircases, and once we make the turn up here, we should be able to go up yet another ginormous staircase. I forgot how long this part was. Alright, here we are at the landing of the stupid casino. Now we can walk inside, and we're going to have to talk to a bunch of NPCs as we try to find our target. So let's head on indoors, and then we're going to see that there's like 5, I think. And yes, this strange guy is not going to allow us inside very easily, so we can just beat him to death, and then there'll be another cutscene where we get arrested and we find the codebreaker down here in the prison, or at least the other one, the one that ends up betraying us later on, of course. And now we need to try to get on out of here, so we'll run into the center area, and we'll notice that it wants us to be dressed up like a security guard. So that should be our next goal. We need to find the clothing of the security guard. And there's going to be a lot of boxes that we can destroy around here, and also this one that we can move. So we're going to push this one on top of the left button. And we're also going to need to break up some of those book carts that I haven't seen since I worked in the library in middle school, so that's kind of funny. But anyway, we do need to move a box on top of that because someone has to pull on the lever. I don't really know why they couldn't have just made this one button or two buttons instead of the box buttons and then lever. I don't know, that just seems a little complicated for no reason whatsoever, but that's how it goes. And then the doorway will open up because they are a little bit confused as to how we are making the bell ring, and I guess we don't actually need the uniform to get inside of there, so yeah, I definitely know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the guard's gonna come searching for us, and it's gonna be kind of that strange sneak that we saw in the previous movie, and what that means is that he'll just be, you know, if you stay out of his line of sight, then he won't raise the alarm, but you can also just beat the trash out of him and then do that with all the other guards. And it's not really too big of a deal because it doesn't matter either way, whether or not you sneak past all of them or just go in guns blazing, which is what I do in every game that tells me I have the option to sneak anyway. And once we defeat these guards, we can start working on what we need to do inside the room. So we can open up all the doors, we can even pick up the gear from the guards if we wanted to now, but it's not really going to help us too much. We can blow up some of those look like Lego hamburgers, which are pretty darn cool. I kind of want to make one of those in real life. And then we can grab this trampoline if the environment would stop arguing with me. And we can move it into a better position so we can actually jump on top of the box there, and then we can jump onto the railing. So once we're up here, we can pull this lever and try not to phase through the wall like I nearly did there. And that will lift up this generator, and I think we destroy that part of the generator. And once the camera is done, I think we do, yeah, we just destroy that part of the generator, and that will free up all the prison cells.
Well, that definitely worked.
It worked a little too well. Look!
And of course, if we noticed, there was that grapple point up on top, but I don't think we have any guns that we can grapple with yet, so that is probably just a free play thing. Okay, so that door is going to be banged on, and then all the weapons are going to open. Actually, we might be able to use the grapple now with one of these weapons if you wanted to go back up there, but I'm not really going to bother. And then we can follow the waypoints. Or do I bother? Oh, we have to. Okay. Huh. What do you know? I know what I'm talking about, don't I? Okay, we get the gun and come back up, and there we go. Wow, I don't remember that at all. Alright, so we'll head on outside, and once we make it to the manhole here, we can finish the level, and that'll be it for the video.